Howdy, and welcome to today's serving of Daily Bread. Every Friday, I will be continuing the narrative about the events after the resurrection and the 50-day period leading up to the day of Pentecost. Today, we'll talk about the commissioning of the apostles. Now, you can find this in Luke 24:36 through 43 and John 20:19 through 23. Now, it was on a Sunday night. The disciples were all gathered together with all the doors shut and locked because they were still afraid for their lives. Then all of a sudden Jesus appeared in the room and said, "Peace be with you." Jesus showed the disciples the holes in his hands and his side, and the disciples began to rejoice because they had seen Jesus. Now here we find a very interesting sequence of events. Jesus then told them for a second time, "Peace be with you." And then he told them, "Just as my Father sent me, I now send you." Then Jesus breathed on them and said, "Receive the Holy Spirit." We also find the reason why I don't like missing church. You never know what's going to happen. This happened on a Sunday night. You see, Thomas was not with the disciples during this meeting. Now, when he got there, the other disciples told him about how they had seen Jesus and everything that they had talked about. It was a little more than Thomas could believe. So Thomas just said, unless he could see and put his finger in the nail holes, he wouldn't believe. So now let's fast forward 8 days. The disciples, including Thomas, was gathered again with the doors shut and locked. Yes, you guessed it. Jesus came and appeared to them and said, "Peace to you." Jesus then told Thomas to put his finger in the holes in his hands and side. You know, this teaches us that Jesus knows what's going on, even if we don't think he's around. Jesus was not present when Thomas said he would only believe if he could put his finger in the holes. But Jesus knew he had said it. The disciples had learned that Jesus doesn't have to be seen in order for Jesus to know what is going on. And remember, Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. So he knows today. Thomas then said to Jesus, "My Lord and my God." Jesus then taught the disciples and us that Thomas believed because he saw Jesus. And Jesus said that blessed are those who have not seen and yet believe. You or I have not seen Jesus, nor have we placed our fingers in the holes in his hands, feet, and side. But we are blessed because we believe without seeing. Let me end our little talk with this thought. The only man-made things that will be in heaven are the nail holes in Jesus. Thank you, and I pray that you've enjoyed today's portion of Fresh Daily Bread, and may God richly bless you today.